When this house was built in Winnetka in 1903, it was more of a country house. There was just one big piece of property between this and the shore of Lake Michigan. A lot has changed since then. Many more houses have been built all around. But this arts and crafts home still has the character it had more than a century ago. It's got the gorgeous beamed and stucco Tudor facade, comes down to a really handsome, very detailed brick foundation, and then to this porch. Very large house comes down to a very small entryway, and you'll see that's true in the inside. It's a large, substantial home, but it's made for a family. We'll go in and take a look. Here in the living room, you really see that arts and crafts character. You've got this great bay of windows framed in wood. Originally would have had a view of the lake before things developed. Then you've got these great beams overhead. There's a music nook at one end of the room and then an ingle nook on this side. This fireplace, one of 6 in the house, is set into an ingle nook, a great arts and crafts touch that just evokes warmth and family gathering. Next to it is a dining room, a very large dining room. It's got the leaded glass windows that we saw in the bay. It's a really terrific room, and it's papered now as it might have looked in 1903, though it fits today. So then you've got a kitchen that, although it was built in the 2000s, looks as if it could have been built in 1903 had they had all these materials. You've got a great nook, evokes the one in the living room, for cooking. These wonderful hand-built cabinets, big island. This feels like a room for family, as we were talking about. And then you've really got the family room built off the kitchen here. Picks up a lot of the details of the original house. We've got the beamed ceiling, and then you've got windows all around. You spill out to a terrace. One of the advantages of adding the family room at this level is not only are you up among the trees looking out over your very large lot, but because it's up here, they were able to put an attached garage below. There wasn't one before they got here. And that garage spills into what is probably the coolest mudroom you can find. There's room for laundry, there's storage for everybody's sports equipment, and there's enough room for a ping pong table. It's a great mudroom, and then there is more basement besides. And now we'll take a look at the bedrooms. On the second floor, there are 3 bedrooms now. There probably were more before, but the way they configured it in their renovations in the past decade, you ended up with 2 children's bedrooms at opposite sides of the house, each with its own bath, both with nice views. And then along the whole south end of the second floor is the master suite. It's a great space. It starts with a big sitting room with another ingle nook, another fireplace in an ingle nook. The bedroom is on one side, and there's a big walk-in closet that once was a sleeping porch, but they were saying nobody really uses that porch, we'll make it a closet. And on the other side, all new master bath. So you've got that great haven feeling of a home from 1903, but all done for the 2000s. Then you come up to the top floor, and there's a nice guest room off this way. Behind me is what was for a while used as an art studio. It's a very high ceilinged space, and it's got windows out over the trees with a nice view of the neighborhood. But then it's the view out the windows of this smallest bedroom on the 3rd floor that is most interesting. Not only are the windows original, as many of them are in the house, but in the winter, you're looking right out at Lake Michigan. It hasn't left, and the character of this house hasn't really changed.